Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to my channel and another video on Gran Turismo 7. Some days have passed already, we have a new lap time challenge up, so let's check out the details. And the new one is in Circuit de Barcelona in Catalunya on the GP layout but without chicane in the Mercedes AMG GTR from 2017, so another street car again. So let's check out which time we have to beat. And the current time to beat is a 152.886, so let's go on the track and find out how difficult this one is. Coming out of the corner to the main straight, you should be in 4th gear already and then accelerate all the way through down the main straight, going up to 6th gear at the max. Position your car to the left hand side of the track and then your first brake marker will be around 210 meters or slightly behind the start of this curb on the left hand side. Push the car all the way to the left hand side, use all the width of the track and downshift to 2nd gear for some more rotation, early upshift to 3rd, back on the power and try to cut this left hand curb as much as possible. After a short power input, lift the gas pedal to coast into this right hand corner. There is actually no need to brake. And at this small black sign on the interior of the corner, go back to the power and upshift to 4th and 5th gear at the max. Your next brake marker is this little F on the right hand side. Once this leaves your monitor edge, go hard into the brakes and downshift to 2nd gear. And instead of going too narrow, try to go for a little late apex, cause this will help at the exit of the corner. Most of the time I had oversteer here, so be cautious on this one. And then your next brake marker is this grey way on the right hand side. Brake slightly after that, go hard into the brakes and down to 2nd gear. Let the car coast narrow through this left hander, early back on the power and upshifting to 3rd. Accelerating shortly up to 4th gear, your next brake marker is at the end of this curb on the right hand side. Go hard into the brakes and position the car to the right hand side, go for the late apex in 3rd gear, so early upshift, back on the power, cutting the right hand side curb a little, up to 4th gear and prepare for the right hander. Brake at the end of this curb on the left, the last red zone is your brake marker. Go down to 3rd gear, let the car coast a little, then early upshift to 4th and back on the power as soon as possible. Next, position your car to the right hand side of the track and then your brake marker is at the end of this red barrier on the right hand side. Go hard into the brakes in a straight line, try to use some trail braking to get into the inside of the corner and you can use 1st gear for rotation, early upshift to 2nd again but be careful for oversteer, upshifting to 3rd, and for this corner I don't really have a clear brake marker, it's by feeling. But try to go for the late apex so you can accelerate much earlier instead of keeping it narrow, full of the corner. For the next one I also don't have a quite clear brake marker, but try to brake rather early than too late, cause you can really cut a lot of this inside curb and make it quite fast through the corner. But try not to go wide, and then your last brake marker is at the beginning of this yellow sausage curb on the left hand side. Go shortly into the brakes, down to 3rd for more rotation, early up to 4th and early back on the power, so take a lot of speed through the main straight and hopefully get yourself a gold time and the 2 million credits. And let's review the lap once more from chase cam as usual. So go down the main straight coming out of the last corner in 4th gear already. Accelerate all the way through up to 6th gear at the max, position the car to the very left side of the track and then your first brake marker is the beginning of the curb on the left hand side. Brake hard in a straight line, use all the width of the track and go down to 2nd gear for some rotation, early up to 3rd again, cut a lot of the curb on the left hand side, go back to the power shortly before letting off the gas pedal to let the car coast through the right hander. Once you see the black mark on the right hand side of the screen, go back to the power and upshift to 4th gear. Position the car to the left side of the track and then the small F on the right hand side of the track is your next brake marker. Go hard into the brakes and down to 2nd gear, try to use a little bit delayed apex, short acceleration in 2nd and then up to 3rd before hitting the power fully, trying to avoid oversteer. Your next brake marker is behind this grey way which comes to the track from the right hand side. Go down to 2nd gear after braking, keep it narrow in the corner, accelerate shortly in 2nd and early back up to 3rd and 4th. Your next brake marker is the end of this curb on the right hand side. Brake and go for the late apex in 2nd gear, early up to 3rd, cutting a lot of the curb on the right hand side. Position your car to the very left hand side of the track, end of the curb, brake hard again, down to 3rd gear shortly, early up to 4th again before starting acceleration again. For the upcoming hairpin left hand corner, position your car to the right hand side of the track and where the red barrier on the right hand side ends, go hard into the brakes, down to 2nd gear and 1st gear for summer rotation, keep it narrow in the left hander, early upshift to 2nd and be cautious on the power cause you might have oversteer. Short upshift to 3rd before braking again for this right hander, down to 2nd gear, go for the late apex, early up to 3rd again and be cautious on the power again cause as you can see the car tends to oversteer. Then brake again and try to keep it narrow, because you can cut a lot of this curb on the right hand side. Try not to go wide here, and at the beginning of this yellow sausage curb, Go shortly into the brakes, down to third form rotation, early up to fourth and back on the main straight. Go over the finish line and hopefully get yourself a time to get 2 million credits. And that's it from Catalunya and the AMG. I have to say it's quite tough, even though we have sports medium tires on the car. It's quite sketchy out of the corners, but let me know in the comments how you handled the situation and what time you were able to achieve. And as usual, if this video helped you out, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to not miss future videos. And if you haven't seen the last one from last week in Le Mans, feel free to do so. It's a quite fun challenge. And then as a last one, I say thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.